see a presentation? If not, just let me know, please.
We're seeing it fine.
Okay. I don't know how to move this one, but that's okay. Okay, now so here we go. Okay, so let me start. I was operating from the Vatican City. I used the call sign Hotel Victor 0 Alpha. Actually, it's a call sign of the Vatican City, and Francesco, Italy Kilo 0 Fox Victor Charlie, allowed me to enter the Vatican and to be to operate from this special place. But I wasn't alone on that trip. Alex, my mentor and my big friend, he came with me. His call sign is Yankee Tango 3 Hotel. And to be honest, it wasn't easy to get a permission to work from the Vatican. We had a lot of troubles, and I needed almost 2 years to get this permission. So we had some trouble also because of the COVID. Everything was absolutely, almost everything was closed. Borders in the Europe. I wasn't able to enter another country, and Serbia also was closed. So we dealt with that problem. By the way, sorry for my English. I'm a little bit tired. I hope that you understand me well. If you have any question, feel free to ask me whenever you want. So everything started in 2021 when I sent email to Francesco. To be honest, I didn't. I was sure that I will I will not get a reply from his, but it was okay. I know that he receives a lot of emails almost every day, and I didn't have a big hope that it will work for me, but actually it worked, and I was very happy when I received his email that I can come to the Vatican, and yes, that I will get that permission. So I tried to enter the Italy, actually the Vatican City, in summer 2021. And I crossed the border, and I was on north part of Italy, and after that, just some people told me that it's not allowed to get to south part of Italy and to enter the Vatican. So I was in Italy, but I didn't continue my trip to Vatican. So, but yeah, I didn't give up. I do it the same in 2022. Actually, it was a better COVID situation in Europe than last summer. And yes, in September, if I remember well, September 17, 2022, I was in the air with the Hotel Victor 0 Alpha. There are some pictures from the airport. And maybe here you can see antenna of the top of the roof. It's not a big antenna, but it works pretty fine. And you have you always have a great pileup from such a rare DXing entity. It's a picture of 3 of us, Yankee Tango 3 Hotel, then Italy Kilo 0 Fox Victor Charlie, as I mentioned, it's Francesco, and me. we actually, yeah, the location of this radio shack, it's not exactly located in Vatican City. It's located in Rome, the capital town of Italy, but never mind. You can work like you are in Vatican. It's some kind of a political problems, but I'm not sure. So I don't know a lot about that. So I will not be longer. So yeah, now you can see antennas behind us, and view is absolutely amazing. You can see all city. It's very, very beautiful and peaceful. And I was very surprised that we didn't have a high QRM and QRN. So propagation was very, very good actually. Here you can see a Radio Shack. Oh, don't ask me which radio station and which antennas exactly I used. Trust me, I didn't remember. So I'm not an expert in radio equipment. I just like when everything works perfectly and when I'm on the air. So I like all radio stations, Kenwood, Yezo, everything just to work well. And yes, yeah, you can see a lot of QSL cards on the wall. It's very, very nice. And I feel very comfortable when I enter this Radio Shack. Also, yeah, we started I started my operation early in the morning in the European time. So I started to work on 40 meters, and it was very, very. It was the biggest Italian pileup ever in my life. I'm not sure if you can imagine that, but almost all of these stations were from Italy, and it was almost impossible to work other country on 40 meters. A little bit later, I remember that I moved to 20 meters, and then actually I started to do and to heard some DX stations also outside from the Europe. The most of them were from the North America, some of them from South America, a little bit from Asia. If I remember well, I didn't do any single station from Africa and Australia, or maybe only one from Australia. I was doing SSB, single sideband, and also I was QRV on 17 meters. I think that I logged 707 QSOs in maybe 4 or 5 hours of working. I'm not sure now. And also my friend Alex, Yankee Tango 3 Hotel, he was QRV on 30 meters and 17 meters, but he was doing CW. He's expert in CW. I'm not, but he works very, very well and fast as well. So we had a lot of fun on the radio station. This amazing pileup. And also it was the first time when I operated a split operation. I was a little bit afraid because I wasn't sure that I will do it correctly, but actually, yeah, actually it's not too difficult. And after few QSOs, after 10 minutes, everything works pretty fine. So I was comfortable and with the confidence. So everything was very, very good. Okay, yeah, maybe I have some more pictures from the Vatican. Yeah, and I had to mention that Francesco is very, very nice guy. He really, we spent a beautiful day in Vatican. It's one of my favorite days in all life. And he's very dedicated, and he works a lot for the hobby, for that station. It's not easy, and he doesn't have he doesn't have a lot of help of other amateur radios, and he spent a lot of time and dedicates a lot of time to, so all amateur radios are to be able to have Hotel Victor in the log. So I really appreciate all his work, and I really appreciate everything that he have done for me and for Alex as well. So now maybe you can see on a better, it's a better direction. You can see antennas. I'm not sure for which band is that antenna, but there are some wire antennas and some Yagi antenna. As I mentioned you before, you don't need the expensive equipment. You don't need something huge and big and too high. When you're a rare DXCC entity, then just a wire or dipole antenna works pretty fine. People will find you, and yeah. So it was very, very good. Oh, see, here you can see a little bit of the Vatican residence. It's a very huge building, and I was impressed when I saw it. And after the operation on Hotel Victor 0 Alpha, I just explored the Vatican for a little bit, and for capital of Italy. You know, Rome is one of the most popular city in the Europe, and if you have time, if you have money, just come to Italy. Trust me, you will never regret, and you will have fun. You will have amazing time. So yeah, I think it's all that I wanted to tell you about the Vatican. Yeah, okay, one more thing. I wrote one article for the Amateur Radio CQ magazine, and I'm so glad that it's published in January. Yeah, I think it was on January 2023. Yes, it's yeah, okay. So I was very, very happy and actually proud of myself and all my work and time that I spent in amateur radio in that hobby. So yes, maybe some of them, maybe some of you can read it, or if you're interested, I can send you an article, no problem. Do you have some questions maybe about the Vatican? Anything you will know to know? Maybe I will try to answer. I will try to answer if you have something to ask.
Does anyone have any questions? If you do, step up here.
Step up close to the mic if you do.
Well, I think I worked your friend on CW during that. I didn't work the phone contact then, but I did work him on CW in September. And
oh, nice. He's very active in CW and also in the last year in FTA. Not on SSB, but FTA and CW. He's very, very active. So probably you have a QSO with him.
Anyone else have any questions right now?
Yeah, Marija, you mentioned it was difficult to get approval. You say it took about 2 years.
Yes.
How many people or groups did you have to talk to at the Vatican to get permission?
Actually, I was in a contact only with Francesco, and Francesco did everything, all other stuff, all administrative work or bureaucracy and a lot of paperwork. So thanks to him, I didn't do anything special except to call Francesco for everything that I needed, and he did everything instead of me. Yeah. So
you must have done a good job, because I don't hear the Vatican on every day. It's fairly uncommon that we hear them.
Yeah, I think that someone I saw Hotel Victor Zero Alpha was QRV a few days ago, but only for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it's not so active entity, it's not so active call sign, but yeah, from time to time you can hear Hotel Victor Zero Alpha on there. Yeah. Francesco is the only who can make possible to you to enter the Radio Shack, and he is also a businessman and he travels a lot. He's not always in Roma, so from time to time, yeah, all of his free time he spent to hobby and dedicate to this station. So yeah, maybe because of that it's not too active.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I was expecting. It looks like a fairly modest ham station that they have there.
Well, actually, there is nothing. There is nothing special. Trust me. But as I said before, the most important is that radio station works. Just let me know. Just a second. Yeah. Maybe you can take a look here. Yeah, there are a few radio stations, actually 2 or 3 of them. But yeah, I saw shacks who are more expensive. But you know, it's not all about the money, but equipment and QTH and yeah, just a call sign, good and attractive and popular call sign prefix. Actually, that's all you need to have a pilot. you can do you can have a pilot with a dipole antenna or vertical antenna. You don't need a towers and the Yagis to do it. So yeah, it's very popular. Call sign is very, very popular. But equipment is pretty good. You don't need anything else. You don't need more than it is. So yeah.
Well, it looked like they had a good antenna system, which, as everybody knows, it's always the antenna that really makes the difference. But
yes, that's true.
Are you going to talk tonight about any of your POTA activities? I think
yes,
you talk about
yes. That's a second topic. I prepare it as well. Just a second. Yeah, here we go. I joined the POTA program actually last year in October, and it was my first POTA activity. POTA wasn't popular. It's not popular in Serbia. I don't know why, but maybe I will try to do more to improve it and to invite more people and more amateur radios to do POTA. Flora Fauna is actually the most popular in Serbia, but now POTA is situation is improving, and to be honest, I like POTA more than Flora Fauna activities. Rules are more friendly, and you know, you need only 10 QSOs, so you have a valid activation, and also you have received a lot of awards, and it's really, really addictive. When I started POTA, I thought, okay, just one more portable activation, but then I do second, third, fourth, and after that it was very, very addictive. And now I do POTA activations almost every weekend. Yeah, I just want to show you some pictures from different POTA reference in Serbia. And I like POTA program as well because in that way I explore my country. I explore all of these very, very nice nature some protected area, nice place that I have never visited before, and for a lot of them I have never heard before. So yeah, POTA gives me a lot actually. I promised myself before a year that I will try to spend more time in the nature, to be outside, because by the way, I'm a student of biomedical engineering, and I study a lot. And actually, if I want to keep my health well and to don't get sick, I should spend more time in the nature, to move, to be moving, and to do some physical activities. And portable activations are the great, because I can do both my hobby and also to improve my health, to be on the air, to be on the fresh air, and to be on the air QRV. So just let me know some more pictures. Yeah, I know that the POTA is very popular in the US, and I'm so glad that it started with this program. So just let me know. In Serbia, we don't have a lot of references. I think we have, it's probably 120, something like that. And almost every day, I'm searching and explore some nice protected areas on the internet, and I send the coordinates and all informations what's needed to our POTA manager. Our POTA manager for Serbia is Philip. Yankee Uniform 3, Fox Mike Sierra. Maybe some of you have a QSO with him. And actually we do some POTA activities together. Almost all of my POTA activations were with him. So yeah, it's a Philip, Yankee Uniform 3, Fox Mike Sierra, our POTA manager. And he is actually, because of him, I tried the POTA program and I joined the POTA. So yeah, thanks Philip. Yeah, there are some nice references. I'm not sure how many activations I have so far, but probably more than 20. Yeah, almost every weekend I go somewhere. And finally it's summer, so I will have more time to do activations. Actually, tomorrow I will be QRV from POTA reference. So if you have time, but if you have time, just check my call sign on the cluster to know which frequency I am, and maybe we will have luck to have a QSO. Just a second. Yeah, some pictures from nature from Serbia. Yeah, and also from time to time I do POTA activations with youngsters from my radio club. My radio club is Yankee Uniform 7, Kilo Mike November. I will show you some pictures of my club later. And yeah, I'm so proud that we have a lot of young people, but I will talk about it a little bit later. So yeah, this is Josip, Yankee Uniform 7, Oscar Mike, and the boy is Aaron, Yankee Uniform 3, Papa Charlie Bravo. And yeah, one more activities, and some young people from our radio club. Aaron, Stefan, Miloš, Bogdan, and Tel. Oh, excuse me. Okay, yeah. So there are a lot of pictures. I don't want to bother you a lot about that. Okay, and before I tell you some things about my radio club, maybe do you have some questions about the POTA activations? You can ask whenever you want.
Yeah, Maria, what kind of equipment are you running? QRP or are you running more power when you do your POTA activations? And what kind of antennas are you using?
Okay, about antenna, it depends of the protected area. I have end feed antenna, then dipole antenna and vertical antenna. So I bring all of them, and you know, every place is totally different. Sometimes it's easier to put a vertical antenna. Sometimes it's better to put a end feed antenna. But anyway, I have all of them. So it depends. It depends. And about a radio station, also I have some radio stations, but I'm always carrying a low power, no more than 100 watts. Probably 80 watts is the most usual, between 50 and 80 watts.
Yeah, the ones I've done have mostly been very low power, like 5 or 10 watts, but had good activity doing them. You're right, the antenna part, depending where you go, it's very challenging. That's actually one of the things I like about it, is not knowing exactly how I'm going to be set up until I get there.
Yes, it's a challenge every time. Even if you do activation a second and third time on the same place, conditions are always different, and it makes POTA very fun and challenging. And I learned a lot from POTA, from that experience. So I'm more patient, more knowledge. You improve your skills, not only to have a pile up, but to install all the equipment, to be fast, to do different. Just to be adapted in that different conditions. So you never know what to expect, and the weather can change in a second also, especially during the summer into Europe. Yeah. So yes, POTA makes everything POTA makes this hobby very, very fun, and it's a great opportunity. If you can work from portable, just do it, because you will learn a lot, and you will improve all of your skills. Trust me.
Do we have anyone that's on the Zoom session that would like to ask a question? Just please go ahead. Anyone else here in the room?
Yes, I would like to ask a question. Okay. Okay. Where do I go?
Right there, just
You're in the mic.
right here. Okay.
Fine.
Hi, my name is Steve. And
Hi, Steve.
my question for you is, what kind of a station do you have at home?
Oh, okay. At my home, I have a station that my friend Mitch, Kilo Hotel 6 Mexico, actually gave me. It was a present from him, and it's Tango Sugar 480 with the antenna tuner. It's a really, really nice radio station for portable and also for mobile operation. But I from time to time, actually, I use it in portable activities, but most of the time it's on my home. And at my home I have a end feed antenna. So I live in an apartment, and my neighbors are really, really crazy people, and they are very scared of wires and antennas. So I had some trouble with my neighbors. So yeah, I have only unfit antenna.
Okay, well, thank you very much for sharing with me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Maria, this is Mark, W9USO.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I had a question about your park activities. You said you use up to 80 watts of power. So what kind of power source do you have to run that?
Yeah, I usually use a battery. So yeah, nothing special. Just I bring 2 different batteries, and that's all. It's yeah,
Oh,
it's not hard to carry them.
well, with batteries, I'm wondering how long you can actually run your radios at 80 watts.
Yes, it depends, but the most I'm QRV 2 or 3 hours, not more than that. From time to time, I'm QRV for 5 hours, but I try to relax and to walk, to visit something interesting, not just to be QRV.
Okay, got it. Well, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Anyone else out there have a question?
Could you tell us briefly what the license classes are in your country?
Yeah, sure. We have 3 different classes in the moment, but yeah, it will change soon, maybe next year. So we have 3 classes, first, second, and third. Third class is actually like entry class. So it's just a basic thing about electronic, some telecommunications laws, and etc. The second one is actually for UHF, for people who like CB radios, and the first one is the the one that is in that allows you to do to be QRV on all bands, to use high power. And yeah, I have the first class. The most of amateur radios in Serbia have first or second, because in Serbia we have a lot of amateur radios who are only CB, who don't like short waves. And the most of young people firstly got a third class, and after that they have pass exam on for the first class. Yeah, that's all. It should change, but yeah, I'm not sure when exactly, maybe in a year or so.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you have maybe some more questions, or if not, I can continue to tell you something about my radio club as well.
Okay.
I have some more pictures. Yeah.
Please do.
Okay, thank you. So here's a radio shack of my radio club. My radio club is Yankee Uniform 7 Kilo Mike November. It's located on the north part of Serbia. And also I'm a member of one more radio club. It's located in Novi Sad. Call sign is Yankee Uniform 7. Just a second. Yeah, Bravo Papa Quebec. I'm a member of this radio club because I don't live in my hometown, because I'm in university, and so I moved. And because of that, I'm a member of 2 radio clubs. So I'm QRV from Kilo Mike November, and also from Bravo Papa Quebec. So, but yeah, Yankee Uniform 7, Kilo Mike November is my my radio club that I'm a member for almost 10 years. So yeah, I'm ham radio from I became amateur radio in 2013. So on September I will celebrate 10 years. So I have my license. And yes, so now you can see that we use a radio station that we use is YU3AWA Fox Tango 1000 Mark V. Also, we had the amplifier, sure, and Yagi antenna system, multiband Yagi, and the tower, which is 20 meters high. I'm not sure how many feet, probably 120 feet. Someone can check. I'm not the best in convert. And yeah, we have very good equipment, very nice equipment at Radio Club, and also I'm very glad that I can tell you that we have a lot of young people. We are the most active radio club in Serbia, and we have a lot of different activities, not only contests and to be on the air, but also ARDF. Maybe some of you know that's amateur radio direction finding. It's very popular in Europe and also in Serbia. Fox soaring, it's a one kind of ARDF, and also electronics, some other stuff. You know, we have pretty very a lot of activities actually. So there are some of young people, and our room where we hang out. Our radio club is actually like our home. We have everything really, and a lot of day. I spent a lot of time in a radio club, and from time to time I go to sleep there. We have everything, so you can live in a radio club. It's, yeah, probably it's someone's dream. So yeah, some of young people, actually the most of them started amateur radio career with amateur radio direction finding. We found out that it's the most easiest way how to attract young people to this hobby. And after that, we showed them radio station, antennas, and all of CW, FTA, and all this equipment and modes. So some of them wants to try to pass the exam to get a license, and then there are also ARDF competitor and operators. So here we go. Yeah, there are some of them as well. I think we have almost I'm not sure now exactly how many young people, because some of them come, some of them go, and yeah, they're not every day in a radio club, but probably we have 20 young people who are under 20 years. So yeah, I'm very proud of them. They're very nice. Yeah, and yeah, some of my friends who passed their exam last year, I think, yeah, and all of them passed CW. So that's the reason why I put this picture in the presentation. They're very young and now CW, and they're active. So yeah, it's a very good. Okay, and this is one more picture, and I think the last one in this presentation. So I'm sure that some of you know about December YOTA month. YOTA is abbreviation of Youngsters on the Air. And our radio club is the most active club in that during December. And the most of young people are actually our members. So we are very active, and during December, you can hear us almost every day, actually. And yeah, that's all. If you have something, if you want to ask something, just feel free, and I will try to answer.
Go ahead, Jim.
Marija, you mentioned having the club stations. Is that pretty common that people do a lot of operating from the club station rather than from home? Maybe because of inability to put up antennas or whatever?
Yes, actually, I have all equipment, all what is needed to have you in a ham shack. But I prefer to operate from a radio club. Equipment is better, antenna is better. In a radio club, I have amplifier, but you know, it isn't the most important. I like that feeling when I'm in a radio club, when I'm there with my friends and when we operate together. I like to hang out with others, and this feeling is really special when we are in a radio club. I always say that radio club is my second home, and it will always be my second home and my safe place, my the happiest one. So I really like to spend my time there. Although we have a trouble with uh, big actually high level of high noisy level. It's almost S7, S8. It depends from day to day, but yeah, even if the noisy level is high, I like to operate from my radio club. And most young people actually don't have their radio station and antennas, so it's the easiest to operate from the radio club. And the moment, yes.
We are going to be having a YOTA event at a nearby club. It's about 50 miles from here, K3LR on July 29th. So we'll be on from that. I don't know if Katie's going to be one of the operators. Katie's on the Zoom call today. Katie, are you going to be there for the K3LR on July 29th?
Yeah, I will.
So Katie, LQR is a high schooler in our area, and she's going to be doing the YOTA event locally here. Other questions? Comments? Both from the local people here or from Zoom? Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate the presentation. Great photos. You do wonderful photos there, and it's been very interesting to hear about amateur radio in Serbia and your activity from both POTA operations and from the Vatican. And hopefully we'll work you on the air, maybe at your club station in the future. So we'll be watching for those different call signs on the cluster to see if we get a chance to talk from Ohio to Serbia.
Thank you very much. Actually, I didn't spend a lot of time to make this presentation because I come back to my home yesterday. I was in a ham radio in Friedrichshafen in Germany, and I was in Liechtenstein, Austria, Switzerland. It was a very exhausted and trip, and I'm very tired. Actually, it's almost 2:30 in Serbia in the morning. So yeah, sorry for my bad English in the moment, and I'm a little bit tired, but I really hope that we will have a chance to have one more Zoom meeting maybe in the future, so we can talk more. And yeah, I'm here. I like to share my experience with others, especially with young people. I like to talk with them, And yes, I'm always open, and I'm always open to talk about anything they need. And if I can help, I would do everything for them. So thank you one more time for inviting me on this Zoom meeting. I really appreciate everything you did. And yes, thanks a lot, and greetings from Serbia. It's my town somewhere.
We have a couple more quick questions here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this is Floyd. I was going to ask if we wanted to listen for you, what would be the most likely frequencies and times where we might find you on?
Actually, I'm the most active on 20 meters. 20 meters, just a second. Which time? It depends, but probably the most of my operations are during the evening, so it's a European time. Maybe it's about 4 or 5 p.m. in the US. Yeah.
Okay, I did want to, this is Jim again. I did want to compliment you on your English, actually, because knowing that's not your first language, you speak English very well. And I do want to thank you again for doing this program, knowing that it's the middle of the night there. Before you go, you mentioned you were being at Friedrichshafen. Can you tell us how big that is? I understand that's the biggest ham fest in Europe.
Yes, it's the biggest one in Europe, and I'm not sure, but I think the only one. I'm not sure. It was my first time that I visited that place, so maybe I don't know to say how big it is, because I'm not able to compare it with anything else, because I have never been in Dayton or Orlando or some other hamfests. So, but yeah, other amateur radios told me that it's bigger than last year, and it's smaller than years before COVID. So I think that it's not too big. In Dayton, it must be the biggest one, I'm sure. But I met a lot of friends there, even from US, from Hawaii, from China, from Australia, Japan. They're not only from amateurs from the Europe. A lot of amateur radios from other continents are actually was there. So it was very, very nice. I was there only on a Friday, only one day, and it takes, I think, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. So I didn't have time to visit everything and to see all, but you can buy a lot of things that you actually don't need, and there are a lot of different equipment. And yeah, a lot of nice guys that you can meet.
To give you an idea, we're about 3 hours away from the Dayton Hamvention here by car. And so quite a few of our members do go every year. This past year, I think the attendance was around 33,000. So you can imagine it's quite a big event. And yes, you can drop a lot of money there in a hurry.
Oh yeah, I'll probably say that it was no more than 10,000 people, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe we will find out very soon, because it actually ends this weekend. So I'm sure that someone will post this information in a few days.
Well, I hope you get a chance to come to Dayton sometime. I'm sure you would enjoy that.
Yeah, and I really, really, really hope. I know that you have a nice radio. It's Orlando as well in Florida, so it's one of my dreams as well. I hope to visit some of them in the future. So why not?
Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate you staying up late, and we will have this recording available. I will send you a link to the recording via email after it's posted. And again, thank you very much. And thank you, Jim, for setting this up.
Yeah, it was very, very nice presentation. I'm really glad to have you, Marija.
Okay, thank you. Just to way you. Bye.
Thank you, Marija. Excellent presentation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Go ahead and stop the recording.
We'll say good night and let you get some sleep.